One shot, let's begin. A mangaka's wish fulfillment rom-com. But I got rejected at page 1? Blue manga. Translated upload by Techno Scan to Blue Screen Official. I was debating between the current light novel title or just calling it rom-com. I appreciate the meta-ness. It's like, hey, do we just say this here or do we just go with the traditional title? Let's begin, everybody.
Can't we just be friends?
Ooh, page 1. Rejected. Let's see. I don't draw manga. Kanda Mochizuki, age 15. I'm a high schooler now. I have to focus on studying. Oops. Gotta focus on class. And so, oh, it looks like she's here. This is your new classmate, Rina Ito-san. Please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. I'm joining this term a bit late because our shoot wrapped late. You might know me from some TV shows, but I'm way more easygoing than any of the characters I played. I'm always typecast as the cool girl. So, let's get along.
Let's see. Whoa, wasn't she in I Spy You too? She's so cute. I saw her in the variety show the other day. Now her class is 2 beauties. She's really cute. I guess that's normal when you're an actor. Well, looks like school's gonna get a bit livelier, I guess. Not that it has anything to do with me. Okay, Ito, you can take the empty seat next to Mochizuki.
Sure. I guess we're seatmates. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm Kanda Mochizuki. Ding dong.
Cool. You could call me Rina. Can I call you Mochizuki?
Sure. Ding dong. Well, that's the break. Now I know you're all excited to welcome Ito-san, but don't bother her too much, okay? Okay. I'm a big fan of your role in household drama. Can I get a signature?
Join our line group chat.
You're so pretty. What makeup are you using? Are you dating anyone? Probably another actor, huh? Poke, poke. What?
You must be real glad that's your seat, huh, Kan-chan?
Sure. Poke, poke, poke. Hochi Sakawa Maki. Do you have any hobbies or interests? Can you have some tact? You just rejected me a week ago. Why are my classmates so hyped anyways?
Hobbies? Yeah, I love reading manga.
What? Calm down. There are 1, 3 0, 6 0. There are 10 billion. Wait, 8 zeros. No, that's 10 million. That's 10 million. No, that's 100 million. That's 100 million people in Japan, and most of them like manga.
Well, do you draw manga? You're a Jump fan, huh? Your style is definitely a blend of Oda Sensei's, Kubo Sensei's, and Kishimoto Sensei's.
Crap, I didn't finish erasing everything. It's a blend of One Piece, Bleach, and Naruto. Well, yeah, before high school, I drew some manga. I wanted my manga to become an anime, but I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, so I'm just gotta stop.
Huh? What's so embarrassing about it?
Huh?
Sorry? It's none of my business, right? Oh god, I always do this, my bad.
No, it's okay, but
I've heard the same thing said to myself a lot. The whole reason I wanted to become an actor was because I wanted to act in a live action anime film one day. And my parents and friends used to always ask, aren't you embarrassed? So, I know I'm a little stranger, and I have no right to say this, but don't give up because of some stupid reason like I'm embarrassed or I'm not a kid anymore.
right. Thanks. She's actually a really nice person. Kinda silly, but in a cute way. But a really nice person.
My agency handles voice acting too. Maybe I'll be in an anime adaptation of your manga one day.
Oh, the guys are giving me death stares. I could talk with her more later, but now's not a good time. For now, I should just say something to cut this lame conversation off. For sure! LOL! When my manga gets turned to an anime and you act as the heroine, let's get married! LOL! Aw, crap. I was trying to make a joke, but I don't think anyone will get the reference. Ew. What the fuck? Gah, I just made it worse.
You're a Bakuman fan too?
Whoa, she actually caught the reference. As expected, she joined a bunch of friend groups easily, but sometimes we'd read the same manga over lunch. Sometimes I'd bump into her at the shoe lockers and chat until class started. I always liked putting myself in character shoes. What would he do in this situation? Turns out that's similar to how she prepares for the character she plays. So surprisingly, we had quite a bit of common ground. But it turns out we were both so passionate that we'd argue for a bit.
Legends of the Galactic Heroes is way better.
Nah, it's gotta be Hunter x Hunter.
Have you ever seen Legend of the Galactic Hero?
No, but
One day, hey, did you hear that Jujutsu Kaisen stage play is coming to our city this weekend?
can you stop poking me as a greeting? Wanna see it together?
Ah! Sure, I'll check my work schedule and let you know.
Okay, so basically a no. Later that night. Whoa! Wait, what the fuck? Whoa! For real?
Let's see. Oni-chan, stop walking around naked after showering. I actually have 4 hours free on Sunday. Let's meet at 11 a.m. at Kamakita Park.
Sunday, 10:30 a.m. I did my hair, but it's not staying upright. Whatever. Kamakita Park's literally next to my house. I could just wait here.
What is he doing?
Why am I so nervous? It's not like it's a date. I mean, it kind of is, but I don't didn't tell her it was a date. So,
Kanda, why are you... No.
Kanda, what are y'all dressed up going on a date? Ugh. Oh, it's not really a date. I'm just going to see a play with someone.
Someone? I wonder who that could be. Could it possibly be Rina Ito?
Oh, how does she know?
As your childhood friend, nothing makes me happier than to see you move on from a rejection.
I know you're kidding around, but it still pisses me off. Look, of course you have the right to reject me, but...
Did I arrive early? Oh yeah, Kanakatsu lives nearby, huh? Oh, he's right there. Hey, Ka.
That's not the truth, and you know I know that.
Who's he talking to? Oh, that's Hoshikawa Maki from our class. Oh, right. Kana said they grew up together. I don't want to eavesdrop, but I also don't want to interrupt. Let's just wait it out.
I know it was a really lame confession. I just don't get why you have to sugarcoat everything. I'm gonna give you a manga I drew out of nowhere which said I loved you.
Anyone would cringe after that. I kept telling you. I don't think it was lame, and I didn't reject it because I think you're lame or anything. Kanda got rejected by Hoshikawa? Is that what they're talking about? It's a good thing I didn't join them. This sounds awkward.
Alright, I'm sorry for bringing it up. Anyway, I have to head out. I'll see you later, Maki.
Kan! I don't want to be the reason you stopped drawing manga.
I told you already that it has nothing to do with you. I want to go to a good university. I don't have time for drawing. Hey, sorry. Did I keep you waiting?
Nah, it's fine. We still have some time before the play, though. I brought some snacks. Want to sit down somewhere?
Sure. I know a place up ahead.
And I wonder how they'll show off the cursed energy on stage.
They use projection for the neighbors in a World Trigger play, so maybe it'll be lighting?
Makes sense. The choreography better live up to the height.
I wonder if they'll tease the Shibuya arc.
They're only talking about manga? I followed Kanda since he wouldn't tell me he was going on a date, no matter what, even though it was obvious. Thinking that I could jump out and prank him as is a friend's duty. Well, that's actually a bit messed up considering that I rejected him recently. But anyway, they're really only talking about manga. Nah, I'd bet on Kaneko, man. He'd survive the Hokoto Shinkan. What is this conversation?
Yeah, no. Did you forget Kenshiro has the Nanto Saiken?
I repeat, what is this conversation? This is why I hated being around Kanda when he was in manga mode. He'd forget about everyone else's interests and keep talking about manga till the next day. And ever since he was in a diaper, he'd be in manga mode 24/7. Ugh.
Excuse me for a sec.
Lol, what?
I need to do a domain expansion in the washroom real quick.
Yeah, and he so everyone gets his references. So annoying.
Wait, that is pretty funny. Excuse me for a sec. I need to do a domain expansion in the washroom real quick.
Lol, what? Gah, I'm so irritated for some reason. How is Ito able to stand this? I need to go ask how she's dealing with this. Ito-san! Sorry for barging it out of nowhere!
Oh, you finally came out?
You saw me?
Ha ha ha.
Once again, Aratamashite. I'm Kanda's childhood friend, Maki Hoshikawa.
Oh, nice to meet you. Your shirt's very cute.
So, how are you able to stand Kanda's blabbling?
What the heck is Maki talking with Ito-san?
Kanda's absolutely obsessed with manga, and I can't stand that about him.
Well, that's what I figured. I don't feel like hearing more. Let's just wait until she's gone. Aww. So, talking with me also helps me learn a lot about the psychology of various characters, but I also just find it fun.
Fun? Man, I'm jealous of you. I don't enjoy discussing fiction at all.
But if you two have been friends for this long, it's not like you dislike Mochizuki-kun, right?
Of course I love him. He's smart and cool.
He's cool.
Yeah, see, one time he...
Boof!
Yeah, help!
I'll protect you, Maki. Ban! Bon Kai! Boof. Ugh.
He's silly, but he tries his best. He's stubborn, but he cares for others. He's a pessimist, but he follows his dreams. That's Kanda.
And you rejected someone like that?
I don't think it'd work out between us because opposites attract is a lie. If you were just some random guy, I could pretend to care about his hobbies and make do. But you see...
You read the manga recommended, right?
Yeah.
Well, what did you think?
Honestly, just like the other stuff he recommends, I didn't really get it. But I don't want to hurt Kanda's feelings. I thought Gon was super cool. I'll just be vaguely positive. And now he cares about his friends. It's super nice and...
Oh, okay. Flip, 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 flip.
He's super good at telling me people aren't being genuine, and it really gets to him. In fact, he's happier when I'm honest to him I don't care about fiction at all.
That's super annoying, but my friends have described me the same way, that I only talk about acting.
I'm glad Kanda found a girl he could relate to. I don't think dating Kanda could work. Eventually we'd start a game for 10, and then one day we'd lose the game and break up. I think that'd be much worse than what's happening now. Ito-san? I think you two would make a great couple.
Looks like Maki's gone. I wonder what they were talking about. Hey, sorry. The domain expansion was a bit bigger than expected.
Ew, gross.
Domain expansion?
Mochizuki-kun?
Yeah?
You should keep drawing manga.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The school days passed, and I started working on something. I finished a new manga. Do you want to read it after school?
Sure.
Oh.
I still think it's awesome that you still draw manga traditionally.
I'm just too lazy to learn digital.
Done?
What? That was quick. It took me 40 hours to draw. So, what did you think? I made it really obvious in the manga that it's meant to be read as a confession. The last time I did this, it was a disaster, but manga's the only way I know how to express my true feelings.
First, I like how you drew from your real life experiences. I think that's always the best way for a writer and actor to create.
Um,
I also like how it reads more like a shoujo than a shonen manga. In a good way, I mean. A lot of shonen romances lack the emotional authenticity department, I find.
no way. Did Ito-san not realize that the manga was a confession to her?
Finally, I thought the emotions of the main character from the start to his confession at the end were very well portrayed. His love felt really genuine, so it ended up getting you to be in his shoes.
Wait, she did realize?
And that's about it. Thanks for letting me read it. Show me your next manga, too.
She actually didn't get it? Or maybe she got it, but she doesn't even want to reply.
Oh, but are you sensitive to criticism?
No. Why?
Well, I don't like how it had an open ending. I think they're used by authors who want to add a poetic feeling to their work, but it just comes off as shallow.
It had an open ending because you were supposed to give the answers to the confession in real life.
Why didn't you write the heroine's response to his confession?
Oh, well, that's. Where's she going with this? I guess I just didn't want to put words in her mouth. I tried to make this manga as real and personal for myself as I could, but I was worried that at the very end, I ruined the whole thing by writing a lie.
It sounds to me like you're just chickening out of expressing what you really want.
Well, I can't argue with that.
You know, acting is all about interpretation and filling in the blanks. If I were playing this heroine's role in a live action adaptation, I'd say it's about time for the heroine to say yes. And I do it in this pose.
You mean?
Yeah, let's go out. And I like that one a lot. I did. Where was I like this one. And, you know, this is definitely the author drawing from his own experiences, the passion, and this, that, and the other. I like it, right? It's just like, because if this were any sort of long running serialization, um, shoujo, shonen manga, like, the childhood friend has to always win for some reason. That's one thing that's kind of always bothered me. It's like, hey, we shipped it from day one. Now you got to keep going. You know, they could have had better people or like more compatible people, right? Because there's something to be said about compatibility versus wish fulfillment. And in a sense, compatibility, long term, whatever, is sometimes okay. Because, you know, there are people who are like, yeah, I like you. Yeah, I think you're wonderful. But it would just never work out. And I think that's a big part of it. It just doesn't work out sometimes. Um, can't we just be friends? Lovely. I also like how I especially like the secondary heroine character. I forget what was her name. Her getting rejected at page one, I think is solid. Or him. What's her name? What's her name? I forget her name. Come on. Did I just skip it? Kanda Ito. When she was poking the guy. Maki. Oh, is it that? I think that's a Jujutsu Kaisen name too. I kind of like first, like you know, they're still friends, right? He takes it to try it, but she's just poking him here, this, that, or the other here. Yeah, and you know, sometimes that's possible where you could confess your love and do this, that, or the other, but like it just doesn't work out, right? And in this case here, like I like the fact they were still friendly and still treat each other. However, you know, because that's like happened to me before, and like all of a sudden the vibes were off. It just didn't go whatever long term here, and then I've had times where it did work before. I'm like, hey, let me try this here. It didn't end up working, right? But then long term, it really didn't matter too much, you know.
And I do appreciate that. Sometimes rejection is at the end of everything, right? But there's also this center that I kind of like. It's like, hey, I just don't get you. I just don't understand you. And sometimes that's how it is, right? You just don't understand certain people. And she definitely like loved him, and I think her thing I loved her little confession here that she had at the end. And she wasn't even quote like, no, psh, what do you mean? Do I love him? Of course I don't like that idiot here, right? And it's like, oh, of course I love him. He's smart in school. And like, oh, he's cool. And then she tells her childish story friend where, he tries to fight a dog, he gets like destroyed, but whatever. It's okay. He did his best. And I like this. He's silly, but he tries his best. He's stubborn, but cares for others. He's a pessimist, but he follows his dreams. I like that. This is strangely wonderful. This is a strangely wonderful manga. This is a strangely wonderful artist, a strangely wonderful mangaka. And you can kind of just feel the passion, which is what I love about this artist here. Is that like every facial expression kind of appropriate. And this is also true. I don't think it's work opportunities because opposite attract is a lie. If you're just reminding, I could pretend to care about his hobbies and make do, but you see, it just didn't go whatever. And he could tell when you were faking, right? Because you could usually tell with whatever. Um, he's happy around time. I don't care about fiction at all. But there's also this really nice somber expression where it's like, hey, she realizes that she's not the one, right? She's like, I'm not the one for him. This person's better for him, and that's just life sometimes, right? And it's like it's gonna be painful, and if you wanted to stretch this out, think realistic, you could do something with her where she's like, I'm happy for him. I just can't be around to see that all the time, right? And it's like I think you two would make a great couple, and that's the hard part is realizing you're not the one. Realize that someone is better, someone is more suited. And did she do anything wrong? Not really, right? Not really. She just wasn't it, right? And I appreciate the fact it did go through a lot of these manga cliches here, where it's like, where she goes here, she's gonna like jump out and ruin their date on purpose. And I was a little worried, like, okay, well, I will say this is like a really the one spot I found really fucking weird. Where was it? Also, again, facial expressions are great, always on point here. Boom, boom, boom. Like, look at these facial reactions. Huh, huh, huh. They're nice. They're varied here. They're expressive here, even if they're not, we'll say super amazing professional, but they're wonderful. Um, and this is, I don't want to be the reason you stop drawing manga. And I could see that, right? Like, there have been things where, like, I've given up on certain hobbies, or nearly given up on certain hobbies because some just go, well, let me not just go and do this anymore. I guess this is a big one here. I don't want to be the reason you stop trying manga. I've certainly like slowed down on certain hobbies and cared a little bit less about certain things because of romantic rejection, right? I think that's fair enough. That's a thing. Um, but yeah, I and it's also the ending here too, which is kind of nice. It like she's a little sad.
Playing from Pixel 9.
Oh my gosh, sorry, let me go in. I forget that I got this thing set up on Bluetooth sometime, but it do be like that. I like this expression too because it's like a little bit sad, but also a little bit happy too. Then we get the happy thing at the end as they go and they hold their hands. And of course, I love this stuff too, where they're like, "Hey, we gotta go and do the full body like double page for the climax here." And even I was thinking, like, "Wait, what's happening here?" And that's good. It like had me on the edge of my seat too, where I was like, "Wait, does she really just not get it? Is he gonna have to go and express himself directly here?" And then this part here, I'm like, "Oh wow, what? Boom! It's wonderful. I absolutely enjoy this." And that's the thing I kind of enjoy about this author's work, about Blue Manga's work, is it always comes with passion. And that's the thing, is that I've only read three of this person's manga here, right? Like the AI that draws manga, this thing was so amazing, so passionate here. Like you could feel it going there. Was it silly? Yes, but I enjoyed that about it here. Then we go and we get to where's the fighting here? Like this one, my only criticism of this one was like I couldn't tell who was like the evil guy, the good guy, but still, the fact that it still has these things and like the circus stuff too is kind of funny, right? And I guess this is where you could see the influence from the Hunter x Hunter, the Jujutsu Kaisen, and stuff like that. This looks like a JJK move. I forget the name of the guy who does like the Oogie Boogie or the Boogie Woogie where he claps. It looks like a scene from that. And of course, this person reminds me of like a little bit of Hisoka to an extent. Maybe just because of the clown stuff, but it makes sense. I'm like, okay, I thought of Hisoka and Krollo here. Then we get the little like vortexes here, which could again just be um, like pain and stuff. But then the vortex roar again reminds me of a Hunter x Hunter move here. But then this person shoots up the sword like from his thing again reminds me of like what was it? I think it was Orochimaru with this random sword thing. But you could always kind of feel the passion coming from this artist, and that's what I like about them. It's a wonderful thing. I just don't know if this is gonna fit in the title. But Blue Manga, keep doing what you're doing. I'm genuinely enjoying all of your stuff, and it's wonderful the emotions you're putting into your work. And with that being said, though, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for being born, y'all. Peace out.